minute since I've uploaded. I've just been busy with all kinds of other stuff to do with literally anything. But one thing I did do while I was taking this time off from YouTube, I watched all of Black Clover because one of the last videos I posted the last time I uploaded was reaction to all of the Black Clover openings, and I said that I was gonna start watching it. And definitely one of my favorite shows. But we're gonna start from the beginning. I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning of the show, I honestly thought this was gonna be the same as all of these other shows that do the same thing. That do the scene as a weak guy becomes OP, and then he just beats everything easy. I did think it was just gonna be one of those, but I thought it was gonna be. I was like, okay, there's no people would not be hyping this up that much if that was all it was. Asta from the beginning, actually from the beginning, he seems like a pretty simple character, and towards the end, I can see why people like him so much. But yeah, first thing I want to talk about, all the characters. All the characters ended up having pretty distinct personalities, which is not what I was expecting at all, because like I said from the beginning, it feels like it's going to be a very generic anime. But everyone in the Black Bulls has a pretty cool personality. It feels like they actually put in a lot of work with all of these characters, and all of them had me interested from the beginning. Captain Yami is insane. That's definitely one of my favorite characters. The whole relationship between Asta and Yuno was pretty cool to see all the way through. I'm happy to see more, and before we even get that far in, I had to continue the story since we don't have episodes for them. So I got the next two here. I've not started them at all yet, but I'm definitely going to be watching all of them or reading the rest of them for sure. I think there's 32 right now and it's still going. I believe. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, one thing I want to get out of the way. The only bad thing I had to say about this show was obviously there's some fights where they kind of, I guess, didn't have the budget and kind of just put in like the what do you call it, like the sketch, yeah, like the sketch version of the fight. But towards the end you kind of start to understand that they definitely chose the right fights to do that too, because there's some fights where it's like, yeah, it's cool, it would have been nice to see it in like fully done like all of the other fights and stuff like that, but when you see the ones that they saved all of the budget for, you understand, and I'm glad that they did it. Now, I do expect if they continue doing further seasons all the way through to finish all of them, I do expect to see all of the fights done great, because there's no way they don't have the budget anymore because this has become, I mean, Black Clover has become one of the biggest anime at the time. Not of all time, probably not, but yeah. I want to talk about like the idea of him, the way he got into one of these like clans. Why am I saying clans? Anyways, I like how he got into the Black Bulls because that man literally failed at everything, but all of a sudden just demolishes who he's fighting against. And I wasn't expecting. I honestly thought they were gonna go the route where he kind of just doesn't make it, and then he has to like go on his own and like prove himself, whatever. I thought that was the way that they were gonna go. And then when the Black Bull Captain Yami came in and said, "I'll take you," I I didn't know what to expect anymore. That was basically the point in the show where I was like, okay, maybe I'm wrong about what they're doing with this, but I did like that whole concept of having all of these different like families of these powerful wizards and stuff that just they all go crazy. I like how many unique different powers these people have. I honestly thought they were just gonna have like random powers like flight, super strength, invisibility, like all the basic ones. They actually put in an insane amount of thought into these powers that these people have. A lot of the ones have crazy like I know dark magic is like usually used in a lot, like Captain Yami. I know it's used in a lot of shows and it's overused sometimes, but the way they did it, they made it very cool, especially with the katana. the way they used that with it and everything, that dimension slash, every time he did that, that got me so hyped. Every single time he used that, that it was just, it never got old. But yeah, they used that whenever they went to the water city. Again, they added war powers that I was like, was not expecting at all. One of them was singing. One of them was, this man was literally just dancing, which obviously goes well because dancing and fighting goes hand in hand. But yeah, it's, there's a lot of unique stuff because when you think about it, it is like, it's, the background of it is 100% like a generic layout, but done in a very unique way, which is what y'all were telling me from the beginning in the comments. Because I was sitting here saying like, I was expecting something absolutely insane, like something brand new idea and everything. And people were saying don't get that hype for that part because it is like a generic one just done in a unique way. And yeah, they did a great job doing that. I think one of the biggest things I liked was there was a lot of plot twists. Now these will be spoilers. There are definitely spoilers in this, so if you haven't seen it, I wouldn't listen. But yeah, towards the end, when certain captains, I'm trying to try and keep it as less spoiler just in case someone does watch it. When certain captains started being like, thought he was on the wrong side, but he was just being controlled by someone, by light, and or licked. I don't know. I said light, but yeah, when he was being controlled by him, I wasn't expecting that captain to be have anything to do with the bad side. I thought he was just gonna be like that one guy in the shows that's just like unbelievably good, has no flaws, whatever. I thought he was just gonna be that guy till the end. When the Wizard King got hurt, I thought that was it. I really thought they were just saying get rid of him because I believed it because I was like, of course me, I didn't look at anything else, so I was like, okay, Asta has to become Wizard King at some point, right? And I knew he wasn't gonna be the next one because there's too many other people that are way more powerful in that show. Which I that on a side note is also something I love, that Asta was not like this OP MC. He was like, he was a unique power that no one else had, but the power was not like the most OP thing on earth. Like there were still other people that he definitely struggled against, and there's definitely enemies that he fought that he 100% would have got destroyed by. Like the first devil he fought, like would have gotten destroyed if he didn't have help. But yeah, I like how they did that. I don't like if a show starts from the beginning and it's like the whole concept is to be this OPMC, I'm fine with it. Like One Punch Man, it's like that's what it's supposed to be. But these shows that try and make this like complicated story and stuff, and then we go through this whole arc of like this interesting story, and then we get to the boss that's been built up to be this cool guy and stuff, and then all of a sudden it's just like the hero just destroys him in one hit. It's like, what was the point? Well, like, what did I just watch this whole story for? Like, it's just pointless. But yeah, I think towards the end. But yeah, when he died, I really thought he was gonna be gone. I did not think he would have. I guess it crossed my mind that he would have some way to come back, but I wasn't expecting it just because I thought someone else was just gonna become Wizard King at that point. Like what, especially some of the other captains. Some of the other captains are absolutely insane. And I know there's gonna be some stuff that I leave out in this review if you want to see like a different breakdown, because I would have to like recap and stuff like that for sure. But yeah, I think the biggest thing, one of the biggest things at the end that went crazy was when, I don't even know what season it was because since I watched it when all of these were out, I didn't really, I just watched it all the way through. So I don't even, I know this was in whatever the last season of it would be, but when that man Asta comes back into frame on the next episode, I can't remember which one it is, and that man is just ripped. That man was huge. That man went crazy, and all of a sudden this man is able to trained, and he finally got that power where he can just use his sword to fly around, stuff like that. And that man just flies into that place, absolutely decimates every enemy in there and saves all those people. That's Because I was expecting, like, we usually get a training arc, and I guess we did get a training arc, but by the time that training part of it ends, where it stops showing us, he wasn't that powerful, he wasn't that buff, he wasn't anywhere close to that size, he wasn't nearly that powerful. That man, and then it just cuts to that man being absolutely insane. Like, that man wasn't even using any of his powers when he flew in there and just destroyed everyone. That man was just smacking people. But yeah, the whole show just had so many parts where it keeps you wanting for more. Because I think that's one of the biggest things shows don't do for me now, is because I've seen so many now that it's like some shows will just be a very steady, slow ride, and then the climax at the very end, and then it will just kind of end that way. And I think at the beginning of me watching anime, it's like, yeah, cool. That was I love that stuff at the beginning. But now that I've seen so many, it's like I want to see. I need, if it's gonna be a pretty large show, I'm gonna need like parts in the middle that's gonna be like big moments. I can't just have like one singular. Otherwise, I got too much stuff to do. I'm just gonna go do this and move on. And Black Clover did exactly what I needed to do. It kept me entertained the whole time. There wasn't a part I had noticed, even in like when I was watching Naruto. There's a lot of episodes, and I know Black Clover doesn't really have that many. Does it have any fillers? But yeah, anyways, with stuff like Naruto, even when it wasn't filler and it was kind of just dragging on fights, I found myself kind of just like clicking, just skipping 15 seconds, like, all right, like, how long is this? Move on to the next one. I'm like, I've seen enough. I know what's gonna happen. I didn't feel that at all with Black Clover. I didn't skip at all. They did a great job. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna definitely be reading the rest of this. I'll definitely do a second review of the second half when I've read all the manga that's out currently. But yeah, I don't even know when the other ones are supposed to come out, but I know that they're not done. But yeah, y'all keep on recommending these shows because every single time, every single one of them, bro, y'all have been on point with recommending these. But yeah, videos coming from now on. I've got a new schedule. Like, I'm gonna be posting regularly. I think one of the biggest things I was doing wrong at the beginning, I didn't have a plan. It was just like I would just get up one day and just be like, okay, like, this dropped, this trailer dropped, or this character dropped in Genshin or whatever, and I would just do a video on it at that moment, and then edit at that moment, and then it just, my schedule got too filled, and I was just like, okay. But yeah, I got a full schedule, as you can see now. I got a couple of video ideas. I'm definitely gonna be doing some more Genshin. I've been trying to get back into that. I've been trying to keep up. I did manage to get Yoimiya, which off of like 20, I think I was like 20 something wishes. So I guess I guess we'll definitely do a video on that, because I did try her out with not even really max stats, because like I said, I wasn't expecting to get her, so I wasn't prepared. Whatever materials I had, I used. But yeah, she's a little OP. I was really confused when I started hitting like 40k a hit off of a character I haven't built properly yet. It's like, yeah, she has insane stats 100% because I just have crazy artifacts just sitting in there. But in terms of her talents and stuff, her talents were at like 5 at the most. But yeah, I got some Genshin Impact videos. I'm definitely gonna do some reactions. I don't want to do reactions to like actual anime trailers now, because I want to see, one of the biggest things, I haven't seen trailer 1, 2, or whatever one they're up to now of Chainsaw Man, and I've seen so much hype around that. There's the second season of what's it called, Jobless Reincarnation. I definitely want to watch that because I just watched that recently, the first season, and that's another one that got me hooked. But yeah, I'm definitely been doing that. I'm gonna actually be uploading at least 3 times a week from now on. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.